Welcome everyone. I'm Tracy Fitzpatrick and I'll be your moderator today. Thank you so much for joining us here at Netcom Learning, a market leader in promoting lifelong learning, training, and talent development solutions. We are very excited to host today's event, Microsoft Security Copilot Agents Masterclass Protecting with Agentic AI. Presenting today's topic is Nazrul is a seasoned Microsoft consultant and trainer with deep expertise in Microsoft Azure and Microsoft 365. As the founder of Cloud Mentor IT Consulting, he delivers comprehensive support, implementation, and training solutions across Azure Security, Networking, Intune, Active Directory, Entra ID, and Microsoft Cloud Security. Nazrul has guided countless professionals and organizations in building secure, scalable, and high-performing cloud environments while advancing their technical skills and certification success. Please bear in mind that this is an overview of a very robust topic. We offer a collection of technical and business courses that can be tailored to your specific requirements. If you are interested in a further discussion, you can make an appointment with our learning consultants through our website at netcomlearning.com. Today's session is also being recorded, so you'll get free access to the recording in the next 24 hours via email. Netcom Learning helps customers build innovative learning organizations by achieving a smarter workforce, adapting to change, and driving growth. We do this with a broad catalog of offerings, developing customized learning plans, and our global delivery capabilities. Since 1998, we have been empowering organizations with our managed learning services to help them reach optimal performance results and address challenges. We do have 9 practice areas in which we specialize. They encompass people, process, and technology training. Netcom Learning offers a comprehensive training portfolio of courses for the topic being covered today. Our upcoming classes include various trainings on the given courses. You can also access a variety of marketing assets, such as the free training and blogs, by clicking on the available event handout. These offerings can be found with a simple search on our website at netcomlearning.com. Today's session will explore how to unlock full potential, how Agentic AI is redefining modern cybersecurity by automating critical defense operations and enabling faster, smarter protection. You'll learn how to design and deploy intelligent Microsoft Security Copilot agents that seamlessly integrate across Defender, Entra, and Intune to detect, analyze, and respond to threats in real time. Gain the skills to implement autonomous, goal-driven agents and harness AI-powered threat intelligence to drive proactive and resilient security across your organization. In addition, participants will get guidance on effectively preparing for the SC 5006 certification course and exam in today's session. And now I would like to give you a quick overview of the logistics before we get started. To begin with, you do have the option to view in full screen by clicking on the full screen button on the right side of the GoToWebinar viewer. Simply hit the escape key to exit the full screen. Everyone has been muted except for our presenters. Feel free to submit any questions you have for the presenters here in the questions pane, and we will address them at the end of the session. And to get the best out of today's events, we've included the slides, courses we talk about, and marketing assets in the handouts section of your GoToWebinar viewer. You may refer to them at any time to get a better understanding of today's topic. And we do realize that some of you may have to leave early and want to let you know that as you do leave the session today, you will be presented with a short survey. We would like to request for you to take a quick moment to participate in that survey. Your feedback really helps us understand your learning experience and improve our future sessions for you. The survey answers are measured on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 representing outstanding and 1 representing poor. And now I'd like to pass this over to our trainer to present today's topic. Hi, Nazrul. Thank you so much for joining us today.
All right, thank you, Tracy. Hello, everyone. I am Sheikh Nazrul Islam, and welcome everyone to this Microsoft Security Copilot Agents Masterclass webinar, where we will learn how to protect with Agentic AI. So let's talk about myself. As I told you that I am Sheikh Nazrul Islam. I am a Microsoft certified trainer with 6 years of training delivery experience. I delivered training to more than 5,000 students so far across the globe on Microsoft technologies, on Azure, Microsoft 365, Azure administration, security, Microsoft 365 administration, security, PowerShell, Windows Server administration, and many others. All right, so that's about me. Now let's talk about the agenda of this particular masterclass, what we are going to discuss. So first, we will understand what is Microsoft Security Copilot Agent. So it's an introduction of it. Generally, here we'll understand what is these agents, what it can do, how it works, what are the benefits in the industry, how it can reduce the repetitive work of the security analysts and save a lot of time so that businesses can focus on basically the revenue generation, and security analysts can do the job which are basically more critical. Then we'll move on to the next part, that is the future of security with agentic AI. Here we will explain how we can adopt this AI technology with Security Copilot to automatically fix a lot of you know low risk activities. So basically, we need to invest in infrastructure, we need to invest in the AI adoption, etc. Moving on, we will talk about how to deploy security copilot agents in different environments. Okay, so what are those environments? Like one of them is Microsoft Defender, like Microsoft 365 Defender, Defender for Cloud, and other Defender products, followed by the identity security with Copilot agents in Microsoft Entra. Here, we will basically show you how you can utilize this Copilot agent in order to optimize the conditional access policies so that users applications, when they're trying to access resources inside your tenant, so this agent can review them, secure, and also verify them so that we can save our assets from any kind of attacks. And after that, we'll talk about how we can protect our uh, machines, especially the laptops. Then we have desktops or any kind of endpoint, right? Using this Security Copilot agent that can integrate itself with Microsoft Intune. And at the end, we will have a question and answer session. So you can ask me the questions and I'm there to help you with the answers so that it can bring more clarity on this session. So that's about the agenda. Now moving forward, we will understand what is Microsoft Security Copilot Agent. First of all, I would like to mention that we are already aware of Security Copilot, which basically came in the market around the year 2023. And this Security Copilot came as generative AI, which could return text or could summarize the incident information, could summarize the threat information in your environment, and also could give you the reports on the incidents as well as the uh, threat analysis or any kind of threat evidence or phishing evidence that has been uploaded into the you know the Microsoft 365 Defender by the users can be summarized and understood that what kind of threats are there and how we can mitigate them. But this Agentic AI has done the revolution on it. How? Basically, here we are moving into something that brings autonomy. Automatically, it will find out the threats. It will find out the any kind of vulnerabilities. It will find out and optimize the conditional access policies and fix the problem for the security analyst, saving a lot of time. Now, by the end of this particular session or webinar, you will understand how this Security Copilot agent work, how to deploy them across multiple environments like Defender, Microsoft Entra ID, Intune, etc., and how it is going to reshape cybersecurity through intelligent and autonomous defense systems. Okay, now as we discussed about this Security Copilot, basically the predecessor is Copilot. The Copilot can be found everywhere we operate. Like if you access Windows 11 device, you will find something like Copilot in Windows 11. All right. So Windows 11, as you can see here, so when we access this Copilot in Windows 11, we can definitely get assistance from regarding the system task, and also we can use it basically to do a web search, right? Same thing available here in Copilot in Edge. We can access web content, we can summarize particular information, and we can also do some task automation with the help of this Copilot in Edge. But Microsoft has already given us this Security Copilot that will help us basically, especially the SOC team, the Security Operations Center analysts, for incident analysis, threat hunting, and automated response to the threats or vulnerabilities that are found through the hunting or through the detection mechanism of Security Copilot. And then we have Intune Copilot that generally query the device regarding the policy management, compliance policies, and also it will help us to troubleshoot as well automatically without the intervention of the admins. And then for as we have another thing that is Azure Copilot, which basically help us to design the infrastructure, optimize it, and orchestrate the resources. For the developers, we have something called GitHub Copilot, which is a part of GitHub .com and GitHub Enterprise, which will help us basically the developers to suggest with the code how to complete them and any kind of assistance in writing the code and generating the code, etc. So this is just a high level overview of the Copilot products which are available in the market, and our focus is basically on this one, which is security and IT, which is basically Security Copilot and the agents which we can use um, to basically optimize how the security analysts are handling day-to-day alerts and vulnerabilities, etc. Okay, so what challenges are facing basically the SOC team that we are talking about, Security Operations Center? That it's very important to understand. Then we will understand why this is more important to adopt. So every security analyst face the thousands of alerts daily without enough skilled analysts to fix them, to triage them. Now they are drowning in alert fatigue because of this. Lot of manual investigations, manual work, they consume lot of hours. And as we know that the shortage of cybersecurity skills or analyst is continuing at the moment as well. So as an example, imagine that let's suppose one analyst just joined any company or just arrived in the morning to the office and looking at the dashboard and find that there are around 2,000, 3,000 phishing alerts, right? So if he continues the same job with the manual approach, right, it is going to take hours. So with AI assistance, what happens? It could save a lot of hours, and this can be completed within minutes using intelligent automation. So this is the benefit that actually is brought by this security copilot agents, which are basically designed by Microsoft. Another few points I would like to highlight over here, why we should adopt this particular security copilot agent in order to summarize, automate the workflow related to security, incident detection or response, vulnerabilities and their fixing of those vulnerabilities, etc., is that the to avoid the analyst burnout. Security teams basically work under constant pressure as we know. So that is basically something called alert fatigue, like from the false positives. And they do a lot of repetitive manual tasks. And the burnout rates in security operations center analyst roles are exceeding 60%. And that is leading to high turnover and definitely knowledge loss as well. So artificial intelligence can handle the repetitive work, and that will make the analyst free so that they can take strategic plans as well as think strategically. Now, why the security co-pilot agents matter? That we need to understand as well. As I told you, the several information what the challenges are faced by SOC teams and how we can recover. Now, if I talk about from the statistics point of view, here with the adoption of security copilot agents, the SOC team or the security analysts, right, can respond to the threats up to 70%, right? So incident response time will be reduced up to 70%, right, maximum. And if I talk about alert fatigue, so this AI or the security copilot agent can do the reduction in analyst burden, right, by filtering and prioritizing the threats intelligently and cutting the alert fatigue up to 50%. Not only that, apart from these 2 points, I would like to also tell you that you can customize these agents as well 100%. That will be fully adaptable to your organization's vision and practice or the security requirements. How? So basically, there are a lot of inbuilt agents or ready-made agents. You have an option to create your own agent. Does not matter you do not have knowledge, development knowledge, you do not know how to write YAML files, etc. Just you need to write in plain English. It will create, it will build the agent based on your requirement, and it will create a workflow for you based on your prompt, and it will help you identify the threats, monitor the users activities, get the firewall information, and take action on the firewall configuration, detect the vulnerabilities and fix them, etc. automatically. Of course, it is going to use the Microsoft Threat Intelligence information in order to take the action. As I already told you that Security Copilot basically launched as generative AI, right, by GPT-4 and Microsoft Threat Intelligence during the phase of 2023 to 2024. And what we achieved with the help of this, it could summarize the incidents, it would analyze the vulnerabilities, it will generate the KQL query, KQL custom query language, which looks like the SQL only, that will help you to write the query and get insights from log analytics workspace where we store the logs. And it will assist with the documentation. But there were some limitations as well. So it was reactive. It was waiting for the prompt from the users or the admins. Always keeping in loop the human for taking any decisions, and unable to act the or unable to do any job autonomously, independently, right? Then we came, Microsoft came with the agentic AI, and there is the transformation that happened. So Security Copilot evolved into specialized AI agents. It can plan, it can reason. Reason means it will understand the environments first, what environments it is going to work, what users are there, what information has to collect, etc., or when to collect, and automatically take action, take decisions, right? So they just do not respond. They will monitor as well. They will investigate and remediate the threats based on organization's requirement. So we know it already. Now, as I told you that we have ready-made agents, we have custom agents. So ready-made agents basically designed by Microsoft already. They are having pre-configured workflow. Now, what is workflow? Workflow is nothing. It's a collection of multiple steps that we take, or the Security Copilot will take in order to detect the threats and identify the threats. After that, analyze the threat and analyze the risk. Also, taking preventive action and response to the threats. So this is like a workflow. And if you want that, okay, I'm a beginner, I do not want to deep dive, so you can definitely start with these kind of ready-made agents first. So you need minimal setup and very appropriate for standard use cases. And you can quickly deploy them as well, right? But in case you have some other custom requirement which you are not able to find in these ready-made agents, then I'll recommend that you go with the custom agents. But custom agents are not there. You need to build it. You can build it using agent builder. You can define custom instructions. You can define the trigger. Trigger means when actually it will understand that it has to act. You can add some special tools on top of it. And also you can add knowledge by uploading some files, documents to improve its knowledge. You can build via no code interface, user interface, like you just need to write prompt to build the agent. After that, it will automatically create the custom agent. If you are a developer, you are a person who thinks, who has a developer background, who knows about YAML, how to write it. You can write the YAML file using your preferred development environment like Visual Studio Code, GitHub Copilot, etc., or or GitHub, Visual Studio Code, and you can deploy. You can create that agent. Before you utilize it, you can always test it whether it is going to work perfectly or not. That is also available. Now, ready-made security copilot agents which are available, this is just a high-level view. So today we are going to discuss about the Microsoft Defender, Microsoft Intune, and Microsoft Entra. Okay, so what they will do, if I talk about Microsoft Defender, it will automate the phishing triage agent. So it will automatically follow a workflow. Now, what is there in the workflow? It will have a lot of prompts. We also call it prompt book. So it will basically take action. It will identify, then it will take action. It will respond, and also it will give you, a summary, a report. Like it will analyze email threads. It will validate the indicators. It will prioritize the response actions. What Microsoft Intune will do, it will basically identify the vulnerability in the devices that are already managed by Intune. It will identify the device risks. It can automate the patch deployment as well. And if I talk about Microsoft Entra, there is something called conditional access optimization agent, an identity risk remediation agent that will help you with automatically monitoring of the applications, devices, users who are accessing your tenant applications, etc., and protect your asset with a lot of policies, conditional access policies, and include all users, all applications under the uh, conditional access policies, and also the identity protection mechanism to identify the risk and remediate them. Another thing I would like to tell you that in order to use these kind of environments, we must integrate the Security Copilot agent with these three environments. And these are called plugins as well. So these plugins will be available on this particular portal, which is Security Copilot portal. Once you visit the Security Copilot portal, you will find these plugins available. You can select the plugin to integrate the Security Copilot agent with that environment. After that, it will start working. But this is not the everything that you need to do. But there are a lot of things like license, roles, how it works. So we will talk about them as well. Okay, so when we build the custom agent, why we do it? To achieve full control on it, because the ready-made things which are already there, there are a lot of limitations. We cannot just customize it completely. So for that, we depend on custom agents like other products of Microsoft. So Security Copilot Agent Builder is available, as I told you, which you can use without any coding knowledge. You can just access that. You define the instructions over there. You need to specify what the agent should do and where it should do, and any kind of other operational guidelines. So as an example, if I say that what I will include in the instruction, so I can specify that what it will do. So I'll write, give me comprehensive incident, or give me comprehensive phishing attacks, or vulnerability reports from Microsoft Intune managed Windows devices. And that's it as of now. So it depends whether you are going to take action, you are going to authorize the agent to take action on your behalf, or you are going to take the action next time, right? So these kind of jobs it can do automatically. After that, you need to configure the tools. So tools are very important. When you write the instruction and you build the agent, that at that point of time, Microsoft will automatically create a tool, I mean, integrate an existing tool that will have skills and that will take actions from the Security Copilot tool catalog, right? But whenever you think, no, this is not just enough, I need to add something more. You can go to tools as well, create your own tool or other inbuilt tools available over there. So you can use them. And again, for the developers, you can build the execution logic using YAML configuration. And people who do not want to code or do not have any knowledge in coding, they can go with natural language interface. You need to set the trigger. So trigger is something where we are telling the agent that, hey, this is the time to take the action. So you need to determine when the agent should activate based on events, schedules, or conditions. And this is something which is cost effective. So I do not want the agent should run all the time because that will add a lot of cost. So it's a very intelligent decision that we run or schedule them whenever it is required, maybe once in a 24 hours or twice in 24 hours. It will charge you only for that duration when it is running, keeping the cost absolutely low. Then you can add knowledge. I told you can provide domain specific data by uploading files, threat intelligent information, or organizational context. Basically, when you build the agent, the Microsoft Threat Intelligence, they are integrated, but you can also customize that point. Then you test it, and after that, you deploy that in the environment. Now, this is the workflow I would like to tell you how Security Copilot agents basically work internally when you have already created, deployed it, and it is doing the job in action. So suppose alert is generated, right? Alert is generated. Security systems will generate the alerts from the monitoring tools like endpoint detection and response, like Defender for cloud, Defender for endpoint, etc. And then alert is generated. So this alert will be detected by this agent. Now, suppose a scenario where this alert is detected by a security analyst. So what he will do? There will be thousands of alerts. He needs to find out which one is false positive, which one is false negative. So here it will be very fast and will make the difference. It will speed up at the machine speed. It will detect and detect the alerts, take decision on it. It will basically, as Security Copilot agent is very much aware of the context, like from where the data is coming, uh, which device is it is related to, which user it is related to, which threat is it is related to, etc. So agent will query the Sentinel workspace, Defender, Entra for these information to understand the environment. After that, what it will do, now it will think like a human. It will decide that how it will apply its knowledge to the threat, how it will basically respond to it. So basically it will understand the threat. Now how it will understand the threat? It will first detect it. After that, it will check threat intelligence, Microsoft Threat Intelligence, third-party vendors, the security vendors available, and other blogs, etc. Break down the subtasks and it will decide the optimal response path. This agent will score the risk, basically. It will identify the quality, what kind of risk it is, low risk, high risk, moderate risk, and then it will recommend actions. Determines whether to automate it or to escalate it. Now, what does it mean by automate? Automate means it will automatically take action on it if it is not able to do it or it requires intervention from the admins, security analyst or the admins, then it will escalate to that admin. Admin can take action. Then we have automated response. Agent here will take automated response. It will execute containment. Containment, it will, like, as we say, like quarantinement, right? Via the Defender or the Intune or Entra. It will isolate the device which is infected, block the account, disable the account, update the policy as well automatically. Okay, so these are the activities which at least will be done by this agent and freeing up the security analyst uh, and reducing their workload. After taking this action, after identifying these environments, this experience, this way the agent will improve itself. It is learning every time it is taking action. So it will update knowledge base with new indicators, it will learn new tactics and response the effective data. Now over here, one thing I would suggest that is whenever we are dealing with this agent, we should not completely depend on this agent because we can distribute different kind of risks into three parts: low risk, moderate risk, and high risk. For lower risk automation, repetitive jobs, we can assign it to AI, these agents. For moderate risk, it will automate, of course, but when it will need to take a decision, it will ask or prompt the admins, okay, to take the final decision. After that, the high impact risk or high risk, completely it should be done by security analyst or the admins, so that we do not take any risk if the AI makes a mistake. So that's the approach we should take as of now with this security copilot agent. So we already discussed about the goal-oriented reasoning. As you can see here, that this is core intelligence, basically, that will separate the agentic AI, which is security copilot AI, from traditional automation. So it will receive a goal from us, like a security admin, to triage an alert. So it will plan the optimal execution path, and if required, it will adjust the condition. So in case it has been given a task to contain a compromised user, right? So what it will do, it will check the login history first, analyze the device risk score, then disable access permissions and notify the SOC team automatically, independently. And we have already discussed about contextual awareness. It will understand the environment across the dimensions, like who, what, where, when, and why. Who is the user? What is the role? And is it incident or alert? Where it is generated, like in system or network location, when it happened, how it actually started, and why, the risk level, business, what is the business impact, etc. So it will also consider these points. But how it will get the data to take the action? So basically, it is recommended that whenever we want that these agents should take action, especially on the threats, vulnerabilities, attacks, etc., we should use something called Sentinel. So Sentinel, Microsoft Sentinel works with a log analytics workspace where it will collect all the logs from different environments like Microsoft 365 Defender, Microsoft Intune, Microsoft Entra, then other Azure products as well, like Azure SQL, then Azure, virtual machine, etc. So what it will do, it will store those information, right? And the Sentinel graph, what is this? Sentinel graph basically is Microsoft's security knowledge graph. This graph connects with the alerts, connects with the users, devices, identities, threat indicators in a unified way. Now, this information is given to the Security Copilot agents. Security Copilot is able to see everything in a 360-degree security view that will enable them to understand the relationship and the patterns, right? So this is something that gives intelligence to the Security Copilot and also the context, the information. That is called Sentinel Graph. Then comes something very important, which is a protocol, MCP. MCP is called Model Context Protocol. Why this is required? This is designed by Microsoft as a framework, or you can say as a protocol. It will basically enable the agents to interact with systems and data sources securely and consistently. right? So data sources means from where the data is coming. Let's suppose data is coming from Intune, data is coming from Defender, data is coming from different of a cloud or cloud apps. These are the data environment. Sources could be like the devices, IPs, etc. Okay, so let's uh, let's proceed further. Now, if we talk about deployment, what is generally required? Because most of the organizations definitely think about cost first. So that's why I told that always use this agent whenever it is required. So first, what you need something called Azure subscription. You need one active Azure subscription. Another thing I would like to tell you, in case you want to use Security Copilot agent, what generally you need to do is you need to first activate Security Copilot generative AI in your tenant. If you do not do that, you won't be able to use the agent. That's the first requirement. So you have a subscription, you have a tenant attached to it. And what you need to do is you need to uh, basically incorporate Security Copilot. For that, what you need to visit Azure portal. You can use PowerShell or any other tool like CLI. What you need to do is that you need to create SCU, Security Compute Unit. This Security Compute Unit is something through which you can use, or you will be built based on the usage of the Security Copilot and its agentic capabilities. If you do not create these SCU units, you will not be able to use them. We'll talk about the cost and all, how the cost is spread. We will have a calculator as well. We have a calculator of this, so we will discuss about them. So that is very important. You can create this from Azure portal, or you can also access Security Copilot portal. That will give you a simplified UI user interface. From there also you can create one the SCU Security Compute Unit. You can purchase one SCU, two SCU, three SCUs, etc. So whatever your requirement. Then platform configuration, Security Copilot platform must be fully deployed before accessing Agent Builder or publishing the agents. So when you create the agent, right, that stays in draft mode unless you publish it. Once you publish it, it will start doing the job. The agent is now ready to act, and it will be available under the store, the agent store, Security Copilot store. Sorry. And apart from this, if you want Microsoft 365 Copilot to be integrated within your tenant, you can also use them for Word, Excel, Teams, etc. automation. So for that, you need Microsoft 365 E3 or E5 licensing, plus a Copilot add-on license. But our focus is not on this. Our focus is completely on Microsoft Security Copilot agent today in this webinar. So what I'll do now is I'll take you to the this particular um, calculator. Please allow me a quick moment to take you to the calculator so that I can show you what is the cost. So you need to estimate the organization's SCU capacity requirement, how it is going to work. First, you can define these SCUs into two sections. One is called provisioned. One is called provisioned. Second is called overage. Two options are there. Provision means it's fixed compute unit, security compute unit. Overage is when your fixed compute unit is exhausted. This overage security compute unit will be taken. It's like a broadband plan or mobile connection plan, mobile broadband plan or mobile internet 5G. So when you have been given daily 2 GB data 5G by any telecom operator, after that, and that time the speed would be around 100 Mbps. Once that is exhausted, you will be you will fall under the uh, you know 30 Mbps speed, and the charge is different. So that extra after the exhaustion, the charge which is basically imposed on you, that is called overage SCU here. So it will basically scale seamlessly to meet the unexpected demand. Only pay for what you use up to selected limit. You can select the limit as well. So as you can see over here that this calculator will ask you a question: how many people do you expect to use Copilot capabilities in these products per month? In case your target is to use a specified tool, not all the products, only let's suppose Entra or Defender or Intune. So you select, let's suppose here, I want that, how many people do you expect to use Copilot capabilities? I write here, let's suppose 3 people. Do you plan to use Copilot capabilities to automate the workflow? I say yes. If I say yes, and 3 people are going to use, I calculate it, it will give me a calculation over here that this estimate based on 8 SCU, 8 security compute unit per hour based on your expected usage. Remember one thing, when you deploy security compute unit using Azure portal or using Security Copilot portal, your billing will start. So make sure you use provisioned one first and limit it so that whenever it is exhausted, the billing stops. Okay, so here, as you can see, based on my input, it is telling we will need 8 security compute units per hour based on my expected usage. Then what is the cost? So basically, it is going to give me one provisioned security compute unit first. And I can use extra 7 security compute units whenever required, when this is exhausted. The one security compute unit exhausted. So provision cost is this. It can go up to this. Sorry, this. In case we activate only one security compute unit in under provisioned. If I go with 8, then I'm actually taking all of them under provisioned one. And this is the cost, provision cost. And this is the total cost as well. But I do not need to use 8 security compute units all the time. I can take 1, I can take 2, I can take 3 also, and keep it as it is. I do not want that when it is exhausted, it should use overage as security compute unit, so that I can reduce the cost, put a control on the cost. Otherwise, it will bring a lot of bills. So we need to be very careful with it. So you can visit this calculator using securitycopilot.microsoft.com/calculator. And you can find out that how much you are going to pay, or you can also use Azure pricing calculator for more information. Okay, coming back to the presentation again. Now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to take you to the portal, Azure portal quickly. I'll show you how to create Security Copilot unit, how to generate that, how to utilize that with Security Copilot, and what are the plugins available, what is standalone experience, what is embedded experience. We will discuss about these things. Okay, So here we go. This particular portal that you can see, it's not a real portal. It's a simulation that we are using over here for the demo purpose. So in this simulation, in order to create SCU, Security Compute Unit, to deploy Security Copilot first, we first go to this Microsoft Security Copilot Compute. Microsoft Security Copilot Compute Capacity. Once you visit over here, then we create this compute capacity. This is one way. Second way is you can go to Security Copilot, and once you go there, you need to create basically one workspace over here. As you can see, the workspace is already created. And in this workspace, you can select your subscription. Let me just refresh it. Here also, you can select your subscription. You need to select a resource group, or you can create your own resource group for this. So I select a resource group here, write the capacity name. You can rename as well. And here, prompt evaluation location. Australia, Europe, UK, United States. So when you write the prompt, it will be evaluated from these locations. All right. So I will show you both. Here I've selected. You can give it a name, and you can select the United States, the same thing, and security compute units per hour. Now, if I give it a name, let's suppose I write here demo security copilot agent, and I'm choosing this location as United States. If this location is busy, allow Copilot to evaluate prompts anywhere in the world. This is very much recommended because if this location is busy, it will look for other locations to evaluate your prompt. And here, security compute units per hour. What is the cost? It is basically $4 per unit. And per month, it is this one. Per hour, sorry, $4 per hour, which is this one, this much per month. You can increase the number of security units. But for demo purpose, we can go with one only, acknowledge it, and after that, we can create it. Once this is created, this capacity will be available in the Security Copilot portal. So let me refresh again. And here we go to select subscription name. Oh, sorry, we have already created the security capacity, right? So we go to the Security Copilot. Let me see, powering up. Okay, fine, no problem. So here, as you can see, we select the subscription, select the resource group. This is the capacity name. So it's a different capacity that we can do from here. I showed you one process of Azure portal. Now I can show you here as well. So I select over here United States and East US location. Now here it will show you the cost as well. Number of units, I'm selecting one, which will cost $4 US dollar per unit. Now use overage units when needed. If you use that, it will charge you $6 US per unit. And how it will work, I told you already that overage units will be used after you run out of provisioned units. Now, number of on-demand units, no limit. It will cost a lot of money. So be careful. So you can set a maximum limit, like 1 units per hour, right? If you want, you can also disable it. If you are very cost aware, you can just make a fixed unit over here. And after this is exhausted, I mean, this agent will not be able to work. Your prompt is not going to work. Okay, so that's the limit you can set. So I make it 1 as of now with a maximum limit or no limit. Acknowledge it, then click continue. Now it is setting up the security copilot now. After this is done, we can see a lot of prompts, everything. We need to configure the permissions, configure the roles, and make sure that when you deploy this, you need to make sure that you have owner role on the subscription, and also you need to have owner role in the security copilot as well in order to do all these things, to set up these things. So do you want to improve the copilot by sending information to Microsoft? If you want, you can allow this, right? And allow Microsoft to capture and human review data from Security Copilot to build and validate Microsoft Security AI model. If you do not want, you can switch it off as well. So in this demo, we are selecting both of them and clicking the continue. Now, as you can see, we need to be careful about the Copilot's access and storage of Microsoft 365 service. So it will integrate with, it can integrate with multiple Microsoft 365 security products where we have license on our tenant. So it will allow the users to query the information directly from those products like Intune, Entra, Defender, etc. Now, one thing I would like to tell you that we have discussed already, standalone and embedded experience. Right now, the experience that you are getting here, this is called standalone experience. So which people need a standalone and which people need embedded experience, that we need to know. So embedded experience is, a single environment. Let's suppose I'm a owner of small and medium enterprise. I'm not going to use all the products of Microsoft Security Copilot. Rather, I'm going to use only one, that is Microsoft Entra Conditional Access Policy Agent, Security Copilot Agent. Sorry, Microsoft Entra Security Copilot. Microsoft Entra Security Copilot Conditional Access Policy Agent. Then I do not need this standalone experience. I can go with that one only. In case I'm using multiple products of Security Copilot, let's suppose I have integrated Defender, I have integrated Entra, or I have integrated Entra and I have integrated Intune, then standalone is required. So we can manage most of the things, everything from here. We can configure those plugins, cost, etc. And we can control it from here as well. So now it is setting up this workspace, and after that it will give me all the tools which will be required, and not only that, it will present also the permissions which are required to be configured. In the meantime, we'll move on with the slide now. So we have discussed about the basics, that what is required, how we can use, what are the portals available, what are the prerequisites that are required. Now going with how we can adopt this in the future so that it can help us uh, fix security issues, respond at machine speed. So for that, what we need? We need this agentic AI, because it operates autonomously. It takes independent decisions without any constant human oversight. It can reason, it can learn also from the history, from the environment, and it has a lot of tools. You can chain a lot of tools inside the agent activities workflow to solve the complex challenges. Now, how we can do that? So in order to adopt this, what we need to do? The organizations must invest in the infrastructure that enables this agent deployment, and also follow the governance framework. Now, if I talk about governance framework, this agent can also help you to do the governance activity. Like, let's suppose you want to review access, automatically it will review for you. Access review, entitlement management. Uh, you can also apply the data protection policies under Microsoft Purview. These are other services, other capabilities. So you deploy Azure environment, right? Using the security compute units to power the agent operations at scale. At scale means here I mean to say so that it can operate across multiple environments. You need to train your teams as well so that they can work with these agents, develop the analyst skills, agent collaboration, agent configuration, and oversight. So it is not going to replace the security agents, or sorry, security analysts or security admins. It is going to empower them, reduce their burden so that they can enjoy their job, they can enjoy their work, right? And establish governance. It will help you to create clear policies, right? And make sure you define. You means security analyst. The security analyst has to create boundaries for these agents, approval workflows wherever necessary, so that it cannot do everything it wants. It should have a boundary. And audit requirements. Everything should be audited, whatever actions are taken by these agents. So when they adopt, the organizations adopt them, these agents, agentic AI, they will gain significant advantages in threat detection, threat response, speed, and operational efficiency. So as I told you already, that it will automate the repetitive task, accelerate the response, and it will scale the operations. The same thing again. Okay, so with this, we will go on a short break now.
Thank you so much, Nazrul. Hello, everyone. I am Riya, and now I would like to take over and go through the badge redemption part. I'm excited to announce that all the participants in today's masterclass have been given a free access to SC5006 courseware. The best part is you also get to claim your digital achievement badges on Microsoft Learn to celebrate your fundamental skilling journey. Issued by Microsoft, these badges can help you highlight your newly acquired skills and boost your career potential. Let's take a quick look at the steps that you need to follow. So this is our landing page for badge redemption part, and if you have your mobile phone handy, you can scan this QR and you will be able to use our landing page for mobile to redeem your courseware and certificate. And if you're on your PC or computer, you need to click on this button, redeem your courseware and certificate button over here, and you will be easily able to redeem your courseware and certificate using this. So let's quickly see three steps that you need to follow. So first, you need to sign into your Microsoft Learn account using your personal or professional Outlook or Hotmail account. And if you already signed in, you will directly be seeing step 2 with redeem your code dialog already pre-filled over there. So we also have this button over here, and this is also a clickable button. You can also use this button to redeem your courseware and certificate. So let's see step 2. Your unique code will be already pre-filled. You don't have to add anything over here. You just need to click on redeem button over here to redeem your certificate or courseware. And now you will see a message indicating that your achievement has been added to your profile. You need to click on this view profile over here to access your Microsoft official courseware module from the training tab. So let us show you an example of how your redemption page would look like. So you need to follow three steps to generate your certificate. So first you need to go to achievement, then courses, and you can see a printer icon over here. By clicking on this, you will be able to generate or download your certificate. And after downloading, you can showcase that on your social media or your LinkedIn. And if you have any query regarding the badge redemption part, our team is there in chat. You can write your question and they will help you with that. And with that, I would like to leave you for the break. Thank you so much, everyone.
Sure, we are now going to take a 5-minute break, but before we do that, we are going to launch a quick poll that we want to invite you to participate in. Doing so helps us know how we can better serve you by telling us who might be interested in more information or in taking some additional training. In addition, we have a lot more informative webinars coming up, so please go to netcomlearning.com/webinars in order to register.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's cover the remaining session. Okay, let's move on to the portal. Still, it is setting it up. In the meantime, let's understand other pointers here. So what is Microsoft's vision? Microsoft is investing a lot in security environment in and securing the identities, securing the assets, securing the data of the organizations and the clients it serve. And also Microsoft is also working on the while Microsoft is investing in AI, delivering the services to the consumers, it is also investing in finding the flaws and fixing them, like DeepSeek. So DeepSeek risks are already there, right? So it is also fighting for that, so that AI can be used ethically without misusing it, and we can monitor it properly with auditing and control it, giving it low risk activities or low risk decision making capabilities, right? So here we will understand that how to build the agent. So I will show you the demo, how to build the agent, and deploying them and monitoring them from the portal and track their performance. And then you can also leverage the MCP framework, the protocol, to integrate the Defender, Sentinel, Intune, etc., and Microsoft Graph using the plugins. These are plugins actually. And then you can refine the behavior by just giving the prompt. So what it can do? It will do the proactive threat hunting that basically security analyst does. It will automatically search for indicators wherever the compromise is found or any kind of vulnerabilities are found. Using the advanced reasoning, it will recognize the pattern as well. It will automatically coordinate across multiple domains like endpoint, cloud, network security, etc. Automatically apply the policy if it identifies the risk after detecting any kind of risk due to user risk, sign-in activity risk, or any other risk. And it does continuous learning like us, like Netcom, because we believe in continuous learning, lifelong learning. So it will also keep on learning, and definitely it will improve itself over the time. Moving forward, the challenge. We will adopt agentic AI like Security Copilot agents available, but we have a lot of sensitive organizational data, right? That includes user identities, device logs, authentication information, threat intelligence. This data will be accessed by these agents. So it can create exposure risk if they are not properly governed and monitored. This is something that the organizations should take care of, right? So what we need to do in order to mitigate these risks, we need to provide appropriate roles to these agents using RBAC, role-based access control. Like if you want that the agent should read information, give it security reader role. Zero trust architecture. Agents are already configured with zero trust, right? Especially the ready-made agents. It will ensure that agents operate within Microsoft Entra ID zero trust framework. What they say that do not trust anyone, verify explicitly. Second is think yourself in a threat vector, right? And always provide least privilege. It will apply data loss prevention policies as well to protect data leakage so that it doesn't go outside the organization, and it will maintain the audit logs. So zero trust architecture is already there in the inbuilt agents, right? Also the DLP policies, audit, etc. But with the custom agent, you need to be careful with these parts so that you are integrating these things in the custom agents. We'll come back to it again. Let's go to the portal. Seems like it's taking a lot of time for the setup. So let me show you another one. Okay, so this is the Microsoft Security Copilot here first. And now over here, you can see that we have a lot of prompts that we can use. This is the part of Security Copilot, like cloud architecture guidance. So if I click on it, it will tell me that list best practices for implementing zero trust architecture in the cloud. I click on it. Device group member safe cloud architecture. Since this is a simulation, so it's not working properly, or failed user logins, it requires the UPN, Intune managed apps. Yeah. So why these are not working? Because the plugins are not configured properly. That's the reason. So this is one of the workspaces, Security Copilot workspace. Over here, if I want to access the agents, I can click on Go to Agents, and then it will show me all the inbuilt agents. As you can see, we have Blue Voyant SecOps, conditional access optimization agent, Intune vulnerability agent, then Purview agent, Microsoft Purview DLP alert, threat intelligence briefing, etc. Go to menu. You can see here that we have this usage monitoring, role assignment. If you go to role assignment here, you can select what roles you want to assign basically. So as you can see over here that owner role and contributor role. These two roles are available within the Security Copilot that an admin must be provided with. So if you want that, the person who is configuring the Security Copilot and the agent must have owner role. It could be a security administrator. It could be a global administrator. These two people can be provided this owner role, and others can take contributor role. Contributor will have limited experience, of course, limited rights as compared to the owner. You can add the members as well, or you can add recommended roles as well, like Entra roles, Purview roles, Defender roles. Make sure you do not use privileged identity management, PIM, while using this Security Copilot. So do not include those admins who are part of privileged identity management of Entra ID. So when we go to this place, we can go to home. In home, I can see the prompts. Then we go to prompt book. The prompt book basically is a collection of multiple prompts that we can use in order to take action. Okay. As you can see here, check impact of an external threat article. Microsoft 365 Defender incident investigation. When you click on get started, no, it's not working due to simulation. So anyway, prompt books are a collection of the prompts or suspicious script analysis. You can use these prompt books in order to use these workflows and automate them. Now let's come to the plugins that we require in order to use this agent with different environment, right? So basically what we need to do, we go to plugin here. You see these plugins, Intune plugin, Entra plugin, etc. First you go to Intune plugin, and if we go there, you can see these are the options, pre-built options that you can see. Intune managed apps, show apps on this device application assignments, then device comparison. It will compare this device. So if we click on this, show apps on this device, if we click on it, now you see it's not working. What could be the reason? Let me tell you. First of all, what licenses are required for it? If you want to use this Intune, first of all, you need to have license that is called Intune Plan 1. Intune Plan 1 that generally we get with Microsoft uh, Security Mobility E35. Second is Defender for Endpoint Plan 2. This is required. So what is required? Let me again mention over here. Intune Plan 1 plus Defender for Endpoint Plan 2. In order to use or integrate Intune or deploy this into Intune environment so that you can troubleshoot devices, find vulnerabilities, and you can apply automatic patching, etc. Monitoring. Now, if I go to another one that is called Entra over here, for Entra, what you need? You need either Microsoft Entra Premium P1 or P2. Okay, so it will tell you user login attempts, what login attempts exist for the UPN in the last 24 hours, etc. So these plugins basically give you information about the Microsoft Entra. Now coming back to the agents first. This is in preview already. If I want to use Microsoft Entra related agents, so I go to this conditional access optimization agents. If you click on view details, you can see here the agent runs manually. There is not an automatic trigger. Okay. It can read data from Microsoft Entra connections to your user account. Now, what is this? Let me tell you, when we use this, it uses the permissions or rights of the admin who will configure it. So make sure that whenever you configure it, you do not have too much rights so that it does not, it cannot be misused, right? So owners and contributors can see the agent's results and manage it. So the conditional access optimization agent, what does it do? It will find out all the users, applications, and devices and check MFA is there or not. It will include them, optimize the policy. It will check multiple policies, consolidate into one so that unnecessary policies can be reduced. And when we set up in infra, this is not available in the simulation, but I'll show you that where it is basically located. And if I talk about, we have Intune vulnerability one. This is the agent that you can use for Intune. What you need these plugins, Intune and Defender XDR. You must enable these plugins. After that, you need to have the license that is Intune Plan 1, Microsoft Defender XDR license that is Defender for Endpoint Plan 2 will be required for Intune. In case you are integrating this with Microsoft 365, then you need to use Microsoft Defender 365 Plan 2 in order to use these Copilot agents with 365 Defender environment. Okay. You can go to plugin settings. You can manage the plugin availability. You can allow Security Copilot to access data from Microsoft 365 services as well. You can decide who can make the changes over here. So these are the sessions. When you write any prompt, it will be detected as sessions. Usage monitoring. Usage monitoring basically will give you information about what these agents are doing or Security Copilot is doing. So as you can see here, DLP agent initiated this session and it is automated one. All of them are DLP agent has done. And these are user prompt. So user has prompted, then it has taken the action. So this information you can definitely see. You go to the next page as well, but in the simulation, it's not available. Okay. Okay, get started. This is another workspace. The same thing again. This is the workspace. Created one Azure portal. Okay, what else? In case we log in without the simulation, let me show you that one as well. We will be able to see lot of things. So I take you to the Azure, Azure portal. Um, in private window, go to portal.azure.com. Sorry, quickly. And so please allow me a moment. I'm still waiting for the approval, this request. And one thing I would like to tell you that you must remember whenever you create security compute unit, from that time your cost you will be billed per hour based on the unit. My bad. Okay, so over here, if I want to go to the security compute unit, okay, I do not have the compute unit as of now. So from here, from this, using this real world portal, if I go to securitycopilot.microsoft.com, we have a workspace. I just created a workspace, sorry. It will take you to the Security Copilot portal here, workspace. See. Okay, now you can have a look with all the other options that we could not see in the simulation. Here it is asking me to select that again. And if I select, then the capacity will be applied. Now over here, if I, let's suppose I add the capacity, okay? So I can definitely do that. I can go to this active agents over here. I can, let me just create one of them. Resource group, RG2, click OK. And the capacity name, I write here demo, select this one, United States, the workspace, the same workspace I had created. I'm just one of them, no overage one, and create it. So it is setting up my security capacity. And after that, it will help me to show you the security store, then how to build the agent and the prompt books activities. Remember, the cost can vary based on how many tools you're using, how complex your prompt is, and from where it is collecting the data, what activities it is doing. Based on that, you will be charged. Okay, so apply. Okay, done. Now, you can see here that we have access review agent, we have conditional access optimization agent. And if you want to integrate this with Intune, Defender, or let's suppose Entra, make sure you have plugin enabled. So first of all, you go to security store. If you go there, you will see lot of agents available. Access review agent, admin guard, inside agent, right? So you can find third party as well. We call it ISV, independent software vendor. You can use those agents as well. Assignment, insights, classification optimizer, conditional access optimization agent. If you click on it, you get to know about it, and then you can get the agent as well. You set up the in Entra, it will take you to Entra. But remember, you should have a premium plan, Entra Premium P1 or P2. If you do not have, it will not work. So I click dismiss over here, and you can see here that access review agent is available for me, and this is also available for me. If I click view details, it will give me the information. So the agent checks that new users and apps added in the last 24 hours are protected by existing conditional access policies. It may create new policies in report only mode by itself, but requires admin approval to update the existing policies. So what permissions it has been given? We can see the trigger that we spoke about, right? And this agent can also create new policies in report only mode on your behalf. It will not apply that. It will not switch it on. It will put it in report only mode. After that, based on your after reviewing it by you, you can take action and switch it on. So I can click, you can see trigger is given, permissions are given, what permissions are given, then the agent will run your identity, right? So it will use my access over here and start the agent. Once I start the agent, it will start reviewing everything in my Entra environment and find out and give me the information, plus it may create new policy or ask me to delete some extra policies and merge them into one, right? So the agent was not deployed as of now because I told you that a license is another concern, premium P1 license, right? Okay, this is one thing. Second, if I talk about other agents from here, access review agent will do the review. And if I go to the prompt book, will show me the prompt books here. We have plugins, Purview plugin, and we have these roles available. You can assign the roles as we discussed here. What else? Now you can see the history as well, whatever I have done. So vulnerability impact assessment. So here, if you go, this is a prompt. So you can also tell it that I want to get some information. get some information from Sentinel on vulnerabilities, and it will basically start checking any kind of vulnerabilities are there or not inside the log analytics workspace. So it could not complete the request. Why? Because I need to provide all the required input, or we need to reword the prompt and submit it again. The reason is that I do not have log analytics workspace and Sentinel deployed. That's why it is not able to see the data. Another one question that came into my mind is that, will we be able to use these agents across subscriptions? Answer is yes. We can use across multiple subscriptions. But we need to make sure that this Copilot agent has access to the data which are resting inside the workspace of Sentinel, so that it can read the data and give you the insights or take actions. But make sure this Azure subscription and this Security Copilot, which you are using, they should be in the same tenant. All licenses that you are going to use should be in same tenant. Different tenant, not going to work. Then I'm going to build option here. Now here, turn your idea into an agent. You can start from scratch, build your agent manually, or you can use the prompt given, or you can upload a YAML manifest if you are a developer using your development tool of your choice. So you go to this place, create an agent to surface recent threat intelligence every morning. So this is going to something that will automatically do the job, reckoning job. So if I click here, it has already sent this prompt. Now what it is doing, it is creating a building an agent now. Once the agent is created, it will give information about the agent and anything enhancement you would like to do. Cannot generate agent, the request is outside the scope of Security Copilot capabilities. Fine, because it's in preview. So what we do, we go to build. Now over here, we can give the name of the agent, give the icon as well, description, publisher, product, and you can add the tools as well over here, trigger, etc. But this is again a manual approach. So instead of doing this, what we can do, we can just write over here. Create an agent which will give comprehensive threat analysis from the tenant and respond to the low risk threats. Now see, threat analysis and low risk responder. This is created, right? Now I go to view agent configuration. It will show me the configuration of the agent. Not only that, you can also see the code of it, YAML code. This is the YAML code that it has written to build it. You can download it as well. You can edit also. Now, what is this? It's an agent. It's not a GPT. It's not a KQL. What it will do, the name of it is Threat Analysis Responder Agent. Instructions given to it, as you can see here, that it will gather all recent incidents and threats from the tenant, summarize the threat landscape, highlighting high, medium, and low risk threats. For low risk threats, it will determine automated response is safe and initiate response actions. So I do not need to know the code. I can easily just write the prompts and it will do the job. Data handling, workflow, everything it has written. But in case you want to customize, you can definitely customize it. Now inputs Inputs, basically the analysis scope or specific threats. This will basically check the look back period, which is 7 days data. And from there, it will find out everything and run it. These tools are integrated into it. It will provide incident summary, list incidents, provide entity summary, etc. Right? And what I need to do after this? After this, we can click on publish. Once it is published, uh, now scope, we can run for myself or it can run for everyone in the workspace. Okay, so for everyone, it will happen only after approval. So if I select that, I click publish and it is publishing the agent. Now I can go to the agents and I can find my new agents over here that I created. Threat analysis responder agent over here. I click setup and here I need to give the permissions. So you need to assign an existing user account. So you can assign your user account or someone else's user account. Okay, so since I selected someone else's, that's why it is giving me this option. If I could select the myself, then it could select directly my account, right? And then click next. And so you can write a query also, or you can just ignore it. The agent is getting set up. Now it is ready. You return to active agents and you can see it is active. That means it is working. It has started the job and it will monitor everything and it will give me the result. Where I can see the result, I can go to the usage monitoring here and it will give me all the information of the agent. Yeah. All right. So this is all about it. As you can see, 0.05 of 1 unit, right? But my billing started. So what I should do now? If I want to stop the billing, I need to delete immediately. Otherwise, it will eat up my balance. So what I need to do, I need to delete the this compute capacity. Once I delete, see, automatically it is created here. So I select that, I delete it. As soon as you delete that capability, everything will be stopped and your billing will be stopped then and there. So this is how we can use agent. We can create agent. We can use plugin to integrate into different environments, right? And now I'm going back to the presentation again. Few best practices I would like to mention over here. That is, um, organizations must define the clear boundaries for the agent autonomy, right? That we discussed already. And we have already discussed about those factors like SOC teams basically should have the override controls for higher risk and the moderate risk. For lower risk, those actions can be taken by the agents, right? And there should be transparency and explainability. These agents provide natural language explanations of their decisions. So we need to maintain detailed logs to trace decision paths. All right. So we are already done with this. How to access the portal, Defender setup, agent creation, Intune setup, SCUs, how to create the agents, what licenses are required, what roles are required. As you can see here, licensing requirements for Microsoft Defender for endpoint P2. Microsoft Defender XDR is optional, but for licensing requirement, in case we talk about Defender, we need to have Microsoft Defender for endpoint P2. That is required. Otherwise, you cannot use this Agentic AI. So these are some sample prompts. You can summarize Defender alerts from the last 24 hours. You can find top threats detected this week or the entire month or 24 hours. Okay, we have already seen the setup of the Intune agent, but for that we need license. We need to have plan 1, Defender for Endpoint Plan 2 or Defender Vulnerability Management Standalone. These are some Intune agent sample prompts. Like it will show you the devices with critical vulnerabilities, recommend remediation steps, etc. And plugin requirements. Plugin categories I have showed you. Okay, now I will basically take you to the portal again. We have seen for Entra, and we will basically go back to now security portal quickly and have a look over there. And after that, we will understand the benefits of certifications. And then we will touch the Q&A section where you can ask questions and I'm here to answer the queries. And then we will end this webinar. Okay, so from here, just allow me a quick moment. I've opened lots of windows here. Okay, great. So here we go. This is my another tenant where I have this Microsoft 365 admin. From here, if I go to Microsoft Intune portal and go to Microsoft Security portal, so this is the Intune portal. Now, in case you want to utilize the Copilot, make sure you use the plugin first from that portal. You must enable the plugin in the Security Copilot portal. Select the Intune plugin. Then you come to the devices, and in case you select a device, there is no device as of now. So in case you select a device, from there, it will give you the Copilot option over here once you enable that plugin. So if I go to Windows 365 or anything, or you go to the policy, you create a policy, and on that policy, if you want to get information, so Copilot will explain that to you. But the plugin has to be enabled first. Then only you will be able to use it. Here we go. Pilot. Copilot in Intune. Once you enable the plugin, come here and you need to refresh it. If you have the license, Intune Plan 1 and Defender for Endpoint Plan 2, this will be set up over here. From here, you can go to Security Copilot portal to add the plugin, and you can see some information about how you can use them. Coming back to the Defender one, like Microsoft 365 Defender or Threat Intelligence, go to Threat Intelligence or investigate. You go to Investigation and Response, go to Incidents and Alerts. You go to Incidents. In case you find any incidents over here, you need to click that incident and Copilot can review it, summarize it, and also take action on it. Let's see. Based on the incidents or the alerts. Okay, go to alerts also. But again, you need to have that license and the plugin enabled. Advanced hunting. So since I do not have the incidents or the alerts available as of now, I'm unable to show you, but when you get one, you click on it and it will give you the option to summarize it and analyze that threat or the incident, whether it's false positive, how it happened, everything. You get to know. Okay. Now coming back to the presentation. So I would request everyone to continue your learning and always get Microsoft certified. Take your certification and get certified, because that will add value to your professional world. That will give the promotion, as well as it will help you to adapt to the um, growing uh, growing AI world, and you will not fall behind while others are running in this AI era. So what are the benefits? You can get greater recognition of skills, you earn more, right? And you can advance because you will have more opportunities for jobs, for promotion within the organization or outside the organization. When you get certified, you should definitely celebrate your certification across the LinkedIn or the social media. And uh, certification will basically give your employer instant verification about your knowledge, right? And when any organizations maintain a culture of certification and continuous learning, the results are both substantial and measurable, because well-trained and certified teams are almost 20% more productive than other staff. So you need to have a growth mindset and lifelong training so that you are not falling behind from others, and always up to date with the technologies uh, that will basically strengthen you professionally as well as your employer. So we have these certifications that I wanted to share with you, like Microsoft uh, role-based instructor-led classroom training that you can register. In case you are new to a particular technology like security, you can take fundamentals, then you move to the associate level like SC 200. Then you go to the expert level, which is cybersecurity architect in this case. Or if you need any special knowledge, like suppose AZ 140 uh, as your virtual desktop, right? That's a specialty. Other specialties are also there that will give you an edge in your organization. You can take part in the projects within your organization as well. So when you register with Netcom Learning, so it will be a highly interactive discussions on specific real world use cases with the Microsoft certified trainers with a lot of experience, right? Give you the subject matter expertise. You get 6 months access to virtual labs for practicing and mastering your Microsoft fundamental skills, plus 90 days access to the recordings of that training, full access to our own Netcom 365 learner portal from where you can take assessments, you can register for other courses, and lots of other, study notes, study materials. You can get some free options as well, free trainings in the future that we offer, and 24/7 priority support experience. And you are definitely going to renew the certificates, especially the associate expert level certificates. Otherwise, they will lapse. So make sure you renew the certificate and maintain your certifications by giving renewal test. And when you renew, it will be there for another year. Right. To renew the certification, pass the assessment, and it's an open book assessment. So you do not have any difficulty in taking this assessment. There will not be any kind of proctor. So you can keep continuing. You can easily pass those assessments and keep your certificates for lifetime. You just need to take exam for one time in front of the proctor, and you can keep renewing the certificates and extending every year. So let's get trained and certified and continue with the lifelong learning. So now we have ended the webinar and reached the Q&A section where you can have questions that I'll be happy to answer. And once this is done, we can end the session and end the webinar.
Thank you, Nazrul. That was very informative. I know everyone is looking forward to the Q&A session, so go ahead and start putting your questions into the questions panel. And while you do that, I would like to give the presentation rights over to Sagnik, our vendor manager, to introduce you to our promotions and webinar-related courses.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Hello, everyone. So as you can see on my screen, this is the event handout that you all have received. Once again, we thank you all for taking out the time and joining our masterclass today. As part of this handout, you'd see the content section wherein the different sections within the document have been listed here, and everything is hyperlinked. So you can quickly use these links to jump to the specific section of the document. Before we proceed, it's worth mentioning that Netcom Learning, we are the proud winners of the Microsoft Partner of the Year award for 2 years in a row. So as we say, the legacy continues. In 2022, we were the Partner of the Year worldwide, and in 2023, we were the Partner of the Year for United States. And we are also a Microsoft Cloud Solutions partner. That means that we have capabilities across all the 6 solution areas recognized by Microsoft. A few more things about us. We are in the training industry for over 25 years now, having serviced over 80% of the Fortune 1000 companies, serviced 100 plus US military bases. Overall, we have trained 1 million plus professionals across 36,000 plus unique enterprises, and we enjoy a 96% recommendation rate from our customers. All our trainings on Microsoft are delivered by instructors that are certified and authorized by Microsoft. And our overall instructor pool stands at about 3,200 plus certified professionals. We are your one-stop solution for all your corporate upskilling needs with official training across every major technology and business solution provider. So as we can see over here, we are an authorized training partner for all the industry leaders across Microsoft, AWS, Cisco, CompTIA, PMI, EC Council, and others. Now, within this handout, you would also find this particular page wherein you can find the session recording. You can use the link to access the recording for today's session and revisit the concepts that were covered in today's masterclass. On this page, you'd find the link to access your complimentary courseware and the digital badges. The same landing page that we covered at the beginning of my presentation. You can find the direct access link here, and the link to which is also available on your chat on GoToWebinar. Also, all the participants will be given access to Netcom 365. It is our student portal that includes a lot of features and resources for you to take advantage of to supercharge your skilling journey. All you need to do if you're accessing it and activating it for the first time is set up your password and then you'd be good to go. We highly recommend everyone to explore our learning portal to take full advantage of all your skilling resources. Now let's quickly take a look at some of the latest offers on Microsoft trainings and certifications. First off, we have the Microsoft Quick Start program, which is applicable across the entire portfolio, encompassing Azure, Security, Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365, and Power Platform. It is truly the best-in-class exclusive enterprise discount offering on your end-to-end Microsoft training across the official portfolio. The pricing model is quite simple and straightforward. If you have a team, if whether you are a large organization or a small organization, and you have a team to train across departments or within the same department, we have two options for you depending on your team size. If you are looking to train more than 15 learners, you would be getting a flat discounted pricing of $300 per day per learner. And of course, as the number of days for the particular training increases, the the amount also increases, but you get significant savings on this. If you are having a smaller team, that is 14 learners or less, then you still are entitled to a $400 discounted flat pricing per day per learner. This really accounts to huge savings when it comes to large scale uh, training. So we highly recommend everyone to get in touch with us, explore the offering by clicking on the link provided in this handout. And all your trainings can also be customized based on the specific projects and workloads that you and your team, your organization is working on. And our industry specific subject matter expertise encompasses a wide range of verticals, as you can see over here, from banking and financial services, healthcare, federal and state and local government, to education, energy, manufacturing, retail, consumer goods, and more. Also, we have a Netcom Plus subscription available for all the attendees. In case you are looking to have an annual subscription plan, you are comfortable learning at your own pace, a self-paced learning modality in the form of e-learning, this is the ultimate solution for your requirements, right? So you get access to 600 plus courses and 40 AI exam certifications, all at a price of only $399 per learner annually, right? So for only less than the price of a single seat, right, of a course, you get an year-long subscription model. You get an year-long access to 600 plus courses, 40 AI exam certifications, and all our trainings are recorded and they are you'd be getting the expert guidance through these e-learning modules from industry leaders who are designed to upskill professionals across all industries. So click on this link on your handout to learn more about our NetCom Plus subscription. Now, we'd like to also quickly go over some facts about Microsoft certifications. Role-based and specialty certifications tend to expire within 1 year, right? You need to maintain, in order to maintain your certification from Microsoft, you need to renew them before they expire. And the renewal process from Microsoft is really simple and easy, and it is cost effective because it's free of cost. You don't have to pay any additional fees to continue maintaining your certification, right? So please make sure to go through this insightful ebook, The Win-Win of Certification. So in case you're planning to get officially Microsoft certified on one of these role-based certifications, this is a great resource for you to know inside out about all the perks that these have to offer. Also, in case you have a team and before you commit to maybe a quick start program for training your team extensively, maybe you want to go for a test drive, right? You want to understand how it adds value to your team, whether it's the right solution for you, whether training is making business sense for your team. We have an ideal solution for you to assess that precisely, right? So for our enterprise customers with teams of 10 or more members, we have the 2 hour private group training demo as a solution, which is also customizable. So our SMEs are going to connect with you, understand what your requirements are. They're going to prepare a targeted skilling plan, and then we are going to customize a 2 hour training for your team as a demo for a more extensive training engagement in case you see the value out of it. And all of these training sessions are delivered from our top Microsoft certified trainers. So this is a great tool. Please make sure to leverage it in case you are planning to explore more training opportunities. And last but not the least, we also have a learning passport, which is our go-to tool for year-long end-to-end enterprise training requirements. It is the ultimate flexible team training package. Irrespective of where your team members are located, irrespective of which modality you need to train your team on, or on which technology or vendor you need to train your team on. The Learning Passport is the ultimate solution. You get access to 4,000 plus official courses. You get flexible fund validity of 12 months. So whatever you invest as part of your Learning a Passport account fund, we we almost doubled it, right? In case, depending on the amount that you are investing, Netcom Learning also pitches in, contributes to grow your overall fund value so you can train your team to the maximum possible amount that your funds allow you to do. So this is a great tool. Please make sure to explore it in case this is something that you are planning to deploy and you're planning to train your team on AI, Copilot, or any other solution. Also on this deck, you will find some Microsoft recommended courses related to today's topic, as well as a couple of free resources which are mapped here. We highly encourage you to explore these post the session and get in touch with us in case you have any specific skilling requirements. We would love to help you in your skilling journey. With that, please make sure to follow us for the latest updates on IT and business training through our social handles across LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And with that, we are done for this session. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today.
Thanks so much for guiding us through that information, Sagnik. And now we're going to go ahead and jump right into our question and answer session. Question number 1. How can I quickly identify risky users in my organization?
For risky users in your organizations, very good questions. So generally what you need to do for this is you need to use Entra ID, identity protection technology in your tenant. That will basically help to identify the risky users, risky applications, devices, etc. But we will use Entra ID Security Copilot Agent that is available in the portal, Security Copilot portal. So this agent will do the autonomous activity. Automatically, it will detect the risky users. It will, reset their password, change their password, right? And you can build that agent. It could be a custom agent as well. So you can create that agent, and that agent will identify the risky users, risky logins, etc., and block their access or disable their access, or it will automatically, uh, uh, dismiss the risk, or it will automatically, highlight that as a potential risk, and accordingly force the user to reset the password, right? So this is how it will work. So basically, most of the times you need to create custom agents. Just writing the prompts. Any other question from your end?
Question number 2. How do I get a summary of Defender alerts for incident response?
So basically, as you know that you can use the normal prompt. So you can use Defender Incident Summary Agent. Defender Incident Summary Agent. That agent is also there in the Security Copilot Agent portal. So basically what you need to do, you need to go to first to the plugin section and enable that plugin in the Security Copilot. Then you can create an agent or use the existing agent to find out basically the incident summary from the Microsoft 365 environment or any other environment. Let's suppose Defender for Cloud, right, which are available. So you need to create that agent. So it will summarize Defender alerts from the last 24 hours, and then it will give you the information.
Question number 3. How can I identify and remediate vulnerabilities on Intune managed devices?
Okay, so before doing this, you need to have the licenses in place, like Intune Plan 1, Defender for Endpoint Plan 2. Use the Intune Vulnerability Remediation Agent that is available in the security portal. So Intune vulnerability remediation agent, if you cannot find that, you can create it. You use the build option to create that. And once you create that agent, that will identify vulnerable Intune devices and suggest the fixes. So you can assign the role like Intune administrator or security administrator to that agent. Okay, and then test that agent with the prompt. Like you can ask them, show me devices with critical vulnerabilities. So it will show that. And you can also ask it to fix those vulnerabilities. It can do that job as well. So make sure all licenses are in place and you create the agent if you cannot find it, and then you provide proper roles to them. Yes, any other question?
Question number 4. Can Security Copilot help optimize conditional access policies?
Yes, as I already showed you in the webinar, that we have an agent that is called conditional access optimization agent that will basically scan the user's behavior, sign-in activities, and include all users into multi-factor authentication, identify their location, uh, also from where they're accessing it, the signals, different signals, and rectify the policies as well. It can merge policies. It can create a new conditional access policy in order to secure the environment. These kind of activities can be done, and roles must be provided. That is security administrator at least. Global administrator can be provided, but it is not recommended. So security administrator role must be provided to the agent to achieve that.
Question number 5. How do I generate a threat intelligence briefing for leadership?
Okay, so for that, for threat intelligence briefing, you can find an agent. Inbuilt agent is there in the Security Copilot portal. Once you go to the agents, you can find a build already pre-built agent, that is Defender Threat Intelligence Briefing Agent. So it will collect all the insights, threat-related insights from different using the plugins that you will use, like from Sentinel Graph, from Intune, from maybe Defender 365, and after that, it will give you threat intelligence information, like what are the threats detected, what is the risk quality of them, how risky they are, and what will be their impact in the organization, and how we are going to mitigate them. What are the steps that we can take? Right. So these are the activities it will do for you. Of course, it requires security administrator role for this activity. Otherwise, it will not be able to do the job. And in case you want to give it security reader, you can give it, but it will read only the information and give it to you. But for this, you do not need security administrator role. Security reader role is enough, since it is just giving you information.
Once again, I want to remind you that as you leave this session today, you will be presented with a short survey. We would like to request for you to help us by taking a quick moment to participate in that survey. Your feedback really helps us understand your learning experience as we are constantly looking at how we can improve our future sessions. The survey answers are measured on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 representing outstanding and 1 representing poor. We want to thank all of you for joining us today, and if you do come up with any additional questions, feel free to send them to webinar@netcomlearning.com at any time. We hope that you found today's webinar informative, and we look forward to seeing you back here with us soon. Feel free to tell your friends and colleagues about our webinars and other courses. Have a great day, everyone.